we're going to dive on into our next deck here, Harrowing Elites. This is a mid-range deck with an aggressive slant. So the Elites is kind of a tribal type strategy. So this card type up here at the top says Elite. So we've got a variety of Elites, and then this is one of our payoffs for playing cards that are Elite. Whenever you summon an Elite, grant it +1/+1. Remember, grant is a permanent modifier. So while this is in play, all of your Elites get much bigger. This is the best turn 2 play in our deck. We want to get this on turn 2 as often as possible. One of the other payoffs we have for playing Elites is For the Fallen. This is an 8 mana slow spell that whenever you summon an Elite, its cost gets reduced by 1. And for each ally that died in the round when you play it, summon a Dauntless Vanguard, so it can kind of replenish your board after you trade off in combat or after your opponent sweeps your board. This deck is a mostly Demacia deck, except for a cheeky Harrowing at the top end to have additional longevity against decks playing things like Ruination or Sweepers. And the primary reason why we are mainly a mono Demacia deck is for Vanguard Bannerman. So the Allegiant mechanic rewards you for being mostly mono region, because this card gives us a bonus if and only if the top card of our deck is also a Demacia card. So this one grants all of our allies +1/+1 permanently. Our only champion in this deck is Garen, who's an Elite, 5/5 for 5, heals every turn, levels when he's struck twice, and then his leveled mode here rallies every turn, which basically means you get an attack token every single turn, even on the turns where your opponent has an attack token. So let's go ahead and dive on into some games here with this and see how it goes. Thanks for the new follows, Relispin and Mageg. Thanks, welcome to the channel. For folks that are new to the channel, my name's Jeff Hoagland. I stream full-time here on Twitch. I do Runeterra for about 20+ hours per week. It's about half of the content that I do. I also do a lot of single-player, story-driven stuff and other turn-based strategy games. I'm here for a few hours almost every night and every morning, doing one or the other. Draven Ezreal. I think I actually keep Garen here. The chunky stat line on him is good. I think I'm going to mulligan the rest of these, looking for our 2-mana play, as well as some cheap starters.
New recruit reporting in.
So, great to have the 1-drop here. Would love to draw one of our 2-drops on 2. We have 2 shots to draw a 3-drop by 3, though, so we're attacking on odds here, which means even if we miss a play this turn, it's not too big of a deal, because we get to bank that spell mana to carry over, which is nice. And perfect. So, so this is turn 3. So I don't think I'm actually going to play Vanguard Defender. So I can attack with this card the turn I play it. But the downside to playing Defender before we attack is that my opponent gets a chance to deploy units as well. And there's a good chance they play a 3/3 or a 4/3 this turn. And if I play a 2/2 and they play a 3/3, I won't want to attack it anymore. So it's actually likely damage positive to start my turn by attacking, rather than starting by developing. And then our curve here is really great. We'll get to play this next turn, this turn into Vanguard Bannermen on their next turn. And then we'll have Garen on our 5 before we attack. We'll even have 3 spell mana here banked up nicely to have a Relentless Pursuit at some point.
It's not bragging if you can back it up.
So this is going to hit me for 1. Then it's going to generate a Mystic Shot for them. But then before they can play that Mystic Shot, I get to play the Bannerman here, which pumps up the jam. So now these things no longer die to the deal 2, which is great.
Firing.
I mean, does it really hurt, Meister? They spent 6 mana to kill my 1-drop and draw a card. I mean, we're still doing fine, right? Like, that means they're not telling Garen to get flocked later on.
Be so big.
Don't even think about it.
Is the KDA board still in the shop? I do not know. Anyone have an answer to that one? Is that one that's passed already? Or is it still up there?
You cannot stall judgment.
Charge!
I'll turn the tide.
Oh, that levels him. Okay, that was wrong. I should have single combated there. I was thinking I could single combat these next turn before he attacks, but that's not true now.
It's not bragging if you can back
Yeah,
it up.
I was thinking I still have an opportunity to do it, but I don't.
Can't stop me. Didn't think her big brother would be so big.
Don't even think about it.
Now we're in trouble.
I gladly serve.
Charge! No way!
Get it. And this is a problem, what you're currently seeing in our hand, that a lot of these Demacia decks have in my experience, in that, like, we've gotten to this point, and now, like, my hand is literally all combat tricks, and just, like, doesn't do anything. I think I'm gonna wait a turn to see if we can draw another threat to pump up with Bannermen. Yeah, like, the Relentless Pursuits, and the single combats, the concerted strikes, like, there's just too much air.
Soldiers, to me!
Time for a true display of skill.
A symbol worth fighting for.
I don't miss.
Anything helps.
Yeah, me too, Violet. Every time I've played Scouts or like Bior or Shen, I have a lot of these hands.
Firing!
And like outside of the one Harrowing, we don't have any catch-up cards, right? So it's like just Harrowing. Yeah, I agree, Precipic. I think single combat was an auto-include in these archetypes for a long time, and I think the new anti-elusive card is much better.
Won't want it. I'll break the siege.
I mean, to be fair, Precipic, Pharaon just saved us from garbage time, right? Like, we weren't winning that game anyways. I'm gonna mulligan these looking for a lower curve, I think, here. Gangplank Kalista. This is not an established champion combination. Could be something aggressive. Could also be a go hard variation, though.
Demacian soldier is worth 10 foes. Nothing like the stink of blood and sweat. I protect my own.
Go Hard says what? I think I'm doing this just for resource efficiency here. And like next turn we're doing this
Fall to our standard.
into this the following turn to attack. Now we can wait on this potentially.
I'll make corpses of them all.
Thanks for the support, Stoller. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the 30 years. Thanks for keeping me in play. Am I supposed to play this now? So that way I can block this? God, that feels real bad, but I think it's right.
One banner, one destiny.
So I have this to go up over the top with later. Okay, that's adorable. This card with kegs is super cute.
To the field!
Alright, do I continue going wide or do I do this? Endure is a Freljord card. So they are definitely not an Endure list. You know what? I'm gonna play this, and I'm gonna pass. And then on their turn, we can forward Demacia into Relentless Pursuit.
Bag 'em and tag 'em.
Courage, soldier.
Gerand, thank you for the Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for shipping your Bezo bucks back this way again this month.
This rose has thorns.
Their bones a splinter. Show them our metal.
Swing better.
Troyan won't do
We could
any
technically even Harrowing next turn if we wanted. Because we're going to bank one spell mana and go up to 8 on the regular mana pool.
good. I'm gonna gut you.
They're hopefully going to be dead to opens though, right? I think I'm gonna trim some single combats out of this deck. I feel like we've got too many combat tricks. And I want some more threats. What do we replace single combat with? We have 14 spells right now. That's so many. I think Sharp Sight, Pursuit, and a couple of Concerted Strikes is fine. Oh, Thalia. I could dig this. Just like a super annoying card. I think single combat is much worse than Sharp Sight in this archetype in general. This is a proactive card that also wins combats for you a lot of the time. I think I'd rather have Concerted Strike than single combat. That could be wrong. I could Coward Split them. Single combat is a lot cheaper. But I just think in general, like, this is even still 11 spells, which is a lot. Let's try Stony Suppressor. If it sucks, we can do something else. I love how Ocasio-Cortez just has a casual 80,000 people watching her stream Among Us. It does stack. In fact, I think I'm keeping both of those here. Yeah, and this card specifically is very good in this matchup, right? Like, they're super spell base. Charge? So we'll play this out next turn, bank a spell mana. We'll do this the following turn.
I'm ready.
Does Battlesmith pump the leap? Sorry, it does. It says when you summon them, not when you play them. Hear my angry bear, chat?
I've whipped up something special.
It's dangerous out there. Take this.
Take this.
I'll buy us some time.
Approaching the battlefront.
The stone animation is great. I think Garen here. And then next turn we can go this into this.
Never lost a fair game. I'm a people person.
Well, that's just rude, Twisted Fate. Charge! What an incredibly fair card for the mana.
Victory awaits. Loyalty through conquest.
To the field.
I know being results-based isn't a good thing, but like,
Demacian spear.
I kind of feel like if this card wasn't good in this game, it's probably not very good, right? Like, this feels like like we had kind of an ideal start to enable this and have it be good. And it's looking like it's gonna come close to not being good enough. Is it great this game?
Packed him good.
We will not hesitate.
Clear off.
They had to 5 mana make it raid.
Or nothing. Prepare the cargo! There is no excess when victory is at stake. One banner, one destiny.
Nah, we can't. We just get stunned out of the game by boat, right?
Position!
Oh! Huh.
Don't back down.
This isn't even really that good though, right? Like I can't kill Swain.
In the name of our land.
This isn't even a good attack here. Yeah, we're just super dead. Maybe, I kind of hope I'd like to run into the Shadow Isles Freljord deck, the Anivia or the Field Rush deck, and see how our 1-3 does there. But I feel like if it's not, like, the Swain matchup is one of the places where I'd expect that card to be good. And the fact that it wasn't good there makes me think not great of it. Slayer, thank you for the follow. Welcome to Hoaglandia. Probably good enough here to keep one, but not the second. That's true. It's probably good against TF Gohard.
I'm actually here. I'll do my best.
Yeah, the only problem there is vision is still free.
It's dangerous up there. Take this. If I didn't forge it, you won't want it.
Think I just pass here. Yeah, this card being an elite would be nice. The fact that your enabler does not play into the rest of what you have going on feels a little bad.
One banner, one destiny.
It's around 25 cards in deck here. For people that haven't seen the Deep Archetype before, it's basically a self-mill deck that's looking to get itself below 15 cards. Yep.
Charge!
ordering matters here. These heal when they die for my opponent, and notably they can't go above 20. So if I order my challengers first, these will die, they'll gain nothing, and then they'll take the hits from the rest of these. They are going to get deep next turn though, right? Close to it. 21 cards, they'll go to 18, so... Notably we'll have Ruination mana next turn. Not anymore. Must not have that as a card to play too as an out. Oh, that's true. Even if they had it, we have For the Fallen. Does deep play Ruination? Yeah, sometimes.
My heart and sword for Demacia.
They are in the deep here, which notably means both of these are going to turn into sea monsters next turn. Pickup. Evening Stick Bob. Yeah, we're gonna challenge the life gain one last. The question is, do I want a Vanguard Sergeant? Probably not. I think we're just supposed to open.
The wicked must fall. Justice waits for no one.
Alright, yeah. Sometimes they get a whole lot of nothing. Whole lot of nothing going on. Do 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 do. Easy Karma. There's one I haven't seen in some time. Was Vengeance are only out there. Grasp technically got them there too, I believe. We're just full mulliganing for curve here. 2-3. It's not bad. We only have one drop in our deck, so having a 2-3 is a fine opener. Garen's reasonable in this matchup. They're PNZs, they're mostly damage-based removal. Yeah, this could be another matchup where Suppressor is good.
Ready for deployment! Taste steel!
Looks like I'm ready.
Bye-bye.
Discipline and steel.
The card's very good against us. Yeah, I mean, Will of Iona is not a piece of removal, though. It's like a tempo play. This is the KDA board, yep. The KDA logo is hidden here behind my camera. I don't know if you saw me click on it, but when I click on this down here, it rotates what song the board is playing currently. think we just Stone Age Suppressor here. Start gumming things up. And good evening, Monty Monty. Runeterra does a number of things better than most other card games, and the cosmetics is definitely on that list of things. Right. Riot knows their way around cosmetics. There's a reason why League of Legends has made as much money as it has. A great design team for that in mind. They've mentioned that card skins are something that is on their radar. They've said that they haven't been able to get them exactly how they want them to be yet, so they haven't released them. Do I want to trade for this? I feel like I probably do.
You're strange.
You're strange. Them blocking there is good for us. It's Sharp Sight now. Now my Dorko lives, he's tough. What is this madness? Yep. Alright, I mean... Well, we've got some Garens, chat. Do you have priority in this game, or how do the turns work? The turns are a back and forth flow. Every player plays on every turn of the game. The only thing that really distinguishes my turn versus their turn is you'll notice this little sword flips back and forth. And whoever has the sword on a given turn, it's their turn to get to attack. We say they have the attack token is the jargon we use.
I didn't think her big brother would be so big.
Don't even think about it.
So, generally speaking, whenever your opponent plays a card, then you get a chance to play a card. Both players draw a card and get all of their mana back on every single turn. This is a matchup where Harrowing tends to be good if it can resolve. The opponent's archetype almost assuredly running some copies of Deny. Something we'll want to think about while we play this card.
The wicked must fall.
Start the turn by attacking here. I think I just let this happen because this lets me block something that has elusive. So this draws a card if something died this turn, so I just get to play this and draw a card right away. And then I can hold this Sharp Sight to block their Ezreal potentially.
No doubt. Only victory. Welcome. Good luck out there, recruit.
Captain Crown Guard. I'm Cythria.
Garen levels up when he strikes one more time, so if they attack with this, which they're likely to, we'll Sharp Sight block, and then Garen will get to level 2, which is great, assuming no Will of Iona.
I don't miss.
So, normally elusives can only be blocked by other elusives, but Sharp Sight lets us spot him.
They don't know what they're up against.
We have a lot of good deny targets.
You remain so calm.
Would panicking help, brother?
Yeah, to the folks that are new in chat that haven't played Runeterra before, my #1 recommendation would definitely be just install the game and play the tutorial and the extra optional challenge levels. The game really does a great job of teaching you the basics of how to
Good
play.
luck out there, recruit.
Captain
Their tutorial is very well done. The question is, do we try and stick 4 Demacia, or do we just go right to attacks when they pass back? If Garen can strike and survive this turn, he levels up. Okay, there's the deny. And then, you know, we have Judgment and Harrowing here, which are both cards that we'd prefer not get denied, so. Super unfortunate we don't have one more mana here for Garen.
What is gained when you return malevolence?
I don't miss.
Feels like this game's slipping away from us real fast here.
Didn't think her big brother would be so big.
Don't even think about it.
Firing.
So, Ezreal's leveled mode every time they target one of our things that also deals 2 to us with this. Yep.
Breathe in, breathe out.
Nope, not at all, Monty. I'm just here playing Runeterra because it's the best card game out there.
Demacia!
I appreciate the thought, though. This is a decent draw.
Raise the banner! Lift our spirits! We stand strong!
We're at 7. They have this elusive. They have a bunch of cards in hand.
Break their ranks!
This is a free blocker.
I see every move.
Yikes. Probably dead to Ezreal triggers here.
You cannot stall judgment.
Yeah, more concussive palms or steel tempest or something here coming up most likely. Castle in the Jungle, welcome to Hoaglandia. Thanks for the follow.
What could have been?
I assume we're gonna die to Ezreal triggers here at 5.
Charge.
What is gained when you return malevolence?
It's not bragging if you can back it up.
I stand ready.
So dead to literally anything that targets one of my units here. Or that. Also dead to that.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Villains!
Mono Twisted Bait. So probably the Go Hard deck. Wonder why they're not playing another champion. It can't be budget reasons, right? Because Elise is a champion you get for free. So they must be intentionally not playing it. Well, full mulliganing for 1s and 2s didn't work out here. Yeah, I agree, Precipic. I felt like I wanted 8 champions in that deck last night. Like I wanted both Elise and Gangplank.
So
Not playing either is an interesting decision.
Remember the fall.
I guess I'm playing a 3/3 for 3. Oh, they could totally be Undying. It's a good read. Could see Shakedown here. Nope, definitely go hard. Okay, and then I think we open on attacks next turn, because if they trade these, I can play Vanguard Redeemer and draw a card.
For our allies.
Well, our hand is fairly boldly going where no hand has gone before, Chad.
We weren't expecting callers.
I just literally have no plays.
Turn the tide of war.
Yeah, our deck's felt super clunky so far tonight.
Stand strong.
The mid-strength deck is very good. You know, maybe I'm supposed to sharp sight there, so I can do this
Soldiers, to me.
and make it bigger. Definitely just playing the Bannerman here on an underwhelming board because we have Cithras for the next few turns lined up. But both doesn't add much pressure to the board. A parade of Cithras could just run them down here. 6/6s are real big. Sands, Vengeance, they have a hard time here. Yeah, Vengeance. They're gonna need Vengeance or Crumble to deal with our fat bottom girls. Exodia, welcome to Hoaglandia and Runeterra. Yeah, making our units elusive or fearsome, a little bit evasive, is also good.
soldiers, to me.
To me. For the Fallen's been pretty mediocre so far this set.
We will not hesitate.
You can't do this.
They're gonna pack us, we're gonna pour the Fallen. You're so bad. Drop a missile. Okay, yep. So they did a damage here, so that way when they tell us to pack our bags eventually, it dies.
Gotta go with the flow. Let's do this.
Alright, this is it for the Fallen. Your one last shot. Your chance to roll.
talk to spirits. These are my rules. It's dangerous up there. Take this.
That's a good drop. Plays the Sithra here on curve.
The long path to get
Spooky. We have a Vengeance. Bit of a crumble here as well. To kill Sithra before she makes my team big. Grasp. Sure. Is this lethal? This is 16. It's only 19. That's sad. Right? It'd be 16, 19.
No kills, no entry.
Missed him by this much, chat. So this puts us to 6 next turn. Dead to Triple Doom Beast. Accurate.
through the coral.
Why do I play in German? I assume you're asking that question because your overlay's in German, which it has to do with your Twitch settings.
Soldiers to me.
I am very much playing in English. Oh! I forgot about Battlesmith. Quaddle, you're right. I forgot about Battlesmith. It's fine. We had a backup. It's a good catch, Quaddle. Kaisi, thank you for not particularly good 1-mana cards. Alright, well I'm glad we got to see For the Fallen do the thing here.
Formation.
I'm not convinced Stony Suppressor is good. So I would say not very. It did, yeah, definitely. Yeah, good game, Niv. Good luck with the rest of your lettering tonight. I feel like the real question on my mind is how often is For the Fallen better than... How often is For the Fallen better than Harrowing? Because they fill kind of similar roles, but For the Fallen has very specific timing restrictions. And Harrowing lets you be a little bit more liberal with it. Yeah, For the Fallen against a sweeper there like that was definitely very good. Had our For the Fallen been a Harrowing, they could have had another Ruination to beat us there. I think I'm into keeping the sharp sight as well as the 1-2 curve here. Yeah, they were definitely stellar that game. No doubt about that.
I'm actually here. I won't back down. Approaching the battlefront. I'll turn the tide.
So if we don't draw a play, we'll just be banking spell mana next turn, which is fine. Sure. I suppose they could like Misfortune attack, and if they do that, we'll sharp sight. Are we using this to kill MF here?
And their swords.
Feel like the answer is yes. We don't beat like another sharp sight out of them though. I'm gonna pass. Yeah, I think
Alright, let's mess some folks up.
I think my plan here is sharp sight this when they force it to block with this.
Stand strong. Love ya. New recruit reporting in. I'm actually here.
Harry, riposte? You are hardly fair.
Fresh out of mercy.
Fingers crossed for no rally here. If they have a rally, we're very dead. Evening's optic. Don't do it. MR. God bless. Speaking of rallies.
I've got your back.
Well, I think at a minimum we're trading boards here. We're trading these off so I have room for Garen next turn. Doesn't feel great though.
Strength and grace.
Beauty in the blade. Is it the open attacks here or not?
The wood can't fight back, but I can.
Cool.
We fight for those who cannot.
Their pride will cost them.
Love ya. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Vorum, I give moderator swords to subs that have been here for 12 months. Sir. Tend to be a decent number of people. I've been streaming for a long while, so I've been doing full-time content for close to 3 years now, and I've been streaming on Twitch in general for going on 7. Yeah, I don't know what I'd... Alright, so like, this is one of our first hands where we have Battlesmith on 2 in this entire set, so hopefully this one will be something impressive. This is one of our better openers here. Smith into Vanguard, into Bannerman. We got a great one.
We weren't expecting flawless. She's gonna be so happy. Sturdy blades, custom made.
Please don't kill my Smiths before I get to play this. It's a real shame these aren't elites and don't pump each other. Would be nice.
We shall not rest until all betrayers pay.
I mean, there's a chance they don't have a blocker there, Mr. Green. So I gave up 2 damage for the possibility to get in 4, essentially, was the play that I made.
I've whipped up something special.
This might be wrong. I guess if I don't do this, I could Vanguard plus Rally next turn, but saving the Rally for the turn we have Sithra also feels appealing. They definitely should have Vile Feasted this one in response. So that way they would have gotten, I would have had 1 left over with 1 damage on it.
One banner, one destiny. I don't change fate, but I can feel it. In the name of our land.
I don't really have elites left in my deck, or my hand. I'm gonna attack with this. I guess this kinda counts.
Best run while you can.
See, I'm actually the opposite Cheshire Gleam. I think spells in Magic fizzling when they lose their target is really unintuitive and stupid, and I like that it doesn't work that way in Runeterra.
Only makes us stronger.
Oh, well,
To all betrayers.
well, poop. They have Go Hard. They probably open on that to kill this before I can deploy a unit and make it bigger.
Keep up, keep up.
Okay, deal.
Soldiers, to me.
To me. Yeah, I've seen Vanguard Squire in some of these builds before. I don't know, this seems like a pretty weak card overall. We just don't have a ton of cheap units early on to make it really inexpensive.
Fall by my
Ooh,
sword.
I think I have to put this in here to gain 9. Kalitas links herself to the thing that gets summoned, so Kalitas doesn't die here, but we also don't take 4, which is nice.
It's dangerous up there. Take this.
I like the idea of just playing Lucienne. Just like put good cards in your deck, etc.
Our ancestors are watching.
So these can block here, but these are fearsome, so they can't be blocked by their smaller things. I think I just let this happen and then play for the Fallen. So we can have a decent rally next turn. This'll make 2 8/8s or 2 4/4s for 8 total power. Well, I mean,
Down.
we get 9 power instead of 8 now. Have exactly 12 attack in play here. Okay, well, with that, we're opening attacks next turn, right? We'll throw this up.
Gotta go with the flow. Show them what we're made of.
Oh no. Oh no. Pack your stuff up, ladies and germs, we're going home. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. I was up pretty late last night because we decided to do a third deck, and both our decks today were a little bit medium. So we had this one. What is there to say about this? I feel like a core part of the problem with what this deck was doing was that we just don't have enough good early plays. Like, people at the start of the stream were like going back and forth. We were talking about what archetype this deck was, and a few people were like, well, this is an aggro deck, and I was like, well, it kind of plays more like of a big creature, like mid-range with an aggressive slant deck. And like, when you really look at what this deck is doing, like, Stony Suppressor was not good. Maybe you replace that with a different 2-drop like Lucian, but like, even once you look at that, we have 9 2-drops, we only have 1 1-drop. We frequently don't have something to trade off to play Vanguard Redeemer on 3. So if we don't want to play this on 3, I only have 2 3-drops. We just have so much clunk at the top end of our curve. This card, while powerful in the right spot, is very situational and demands being in your opening hand, basically, to really leverage its power. So overall, this one felt pretty rough for me, and I'm not really sure that there's things I could think of to fix this. I feel like I'd much rather just be like a Lucian aggro deck as opposed to playing on the elite sub-theme. At any rate, that's going to wrap up for you this evening, folks. Really appreciate everybody that dropped in tonight and a bunch of new followers. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, I do Runeterra for 20 to 25 hours per week. I usually do at least 2 different constructed decks every single day. I also have a YouTube channel where I cut up highlights as well as individual stream segments to easily find all the decks that you care about. I also do some single-player, story-driven variety stuff as well as other turn-based strategy games. I'll be taking tomorrow off from Runeterra, but tomorrow night we'll be continuing our Horizon Zero Dawn playthrough. We just started the Into the Frozen North DLC for that one, and then Sunday afternoon I'm planning to be back with a couple more viewer decks. I will have a highlight video posting tomorrow morning though, so I'm doing those almost every day. So everybody, thanks for dropping in, and stay safe out there. Peace, folks.